Get started, I just want to say that this video is just my opinion.
Will you still love me? Oh, this is an exciting one. Everyone's favorite little ray of sunshine, Lana Del Rey. New record! As if she wasn't enough of a character already, she's blessed us with 2 records. 2! In 2021, the year of... I don't know. The album I speak of right now, Blue Banisters. Not even any Blue Banisters on the cover. Why am I so excited about this album? Well, the singles leading up to this thing were pretty good. Textbook, I think it was... Yeah, Textbook was... Yeah, it was. It was a single. Surely! Splashes of jazzy Americana and spaghetti western drama. Lingering ambience filled to the brim with really tasteful vibraphone and slide guitar as well. It's just a really heavenly entrance to this record as well, considering it is the first track. Atmosphere so thick, you probably wouldn't even be able to cut it with a knife. Good track. Another really good track on this record, Arcadia, was another single. It was probably a more recent single. Honestly, this is a song that could have fit really snugly into Norman fucking Rockwell. Easily one of the more compelling ballads on this record. Super distant but very noticeable horn and string flourishes that kind of pop in and out on this track. And another single I want to mention is Wildflower, Wildfire. Diaristic lyricism, solid song and tune at the core of this whole thing as well. Grand piano, which provides a really steady sort of backbeat for this song. And a really awesome bit crushed little drum beat that comes in and switches things up towards the end. Just adds a lot of texture, adds a lot of character. It's a nicer finish! And there are a handful of other tracks on this record that are, you know, as enjoyable. When I say a handful, maybe only a few. Yeah. That's the thing about this record, is that it doesn't really live up to the hype that the singles delivered. The song Black Bathing Suit features this really nice swaying 3/4 beat. More piano. A lot of space in the mix. There's a lot of like little light touches of like swirling pads and other synths and sort of just subtle ambient additions, tones. There's a kind of interesting shouty call and response little addition to this track as well, which I guess gives it a bit of flavor. I get my biggest problem with this track is that it's a little bit all over the place, stylistically and instrumentally and even vocally. Like, I'm not quite sure how to pin this down and adequately describe it, which I guess leaves it feeling just a little bit not forgettable, but a track that I am very capable of just pushing to the side. The song If You Lie Down With Me is probably what I would call forgettable. Really stales out as the song progresses, and the tune, I'll mention that word again, the tune, it's a little bit average. Although I do like this kind of squawky, muted trumpet leads that kind of come in at the end and usher the track out. I suppose that was a nice instrumental touch, kind of gave the song something. But the song Beautiful, it's beautiful. Bright summery keys, gorgeous vocal performance. Honestly, this song is probably like another Norman Rockwell reminder for me personally. But I just love how the piano, the keys, they just like scatter up and down octaves, and they're just really like flowery and smooth, buttery. Oh! And there's a lot of power to Lana's vocals on this track as well. For just this really lone ballad, there's a lot of weight here. Great track. Honestly, probably one of my favorites. Why is this song so good? The song Thunder features these really nocturnal, woozy sounding keys sitting underneath this absolutely breathtaking Baroque instrumentation. Like, it's just straight up freaking Baroque pop song. And another track that is seriously reminding me of Norman fucking Rockwell. In a good way. In a good way. Yeah, man, it's just like Pearly Gates music, man. Like, I'm loving the slowly building orchestral melodies as well. The gospel melodies, the just do it. Awesome climax. Awesome. As far as highlights go, that's about it. Unfortunately, the album does fall just a little bit short of, say, a record like Norman fucking Rockwell, or even a previous record, Chemtrails Over the Country Club. Some of these song lengths are just a tad bit overdrawn, overdone. I think that once we get to the, 3-minute mark of these 4 and 5 minute songs, we've well and truly cooked the steak, guys. Don't get me wrong, this album is decent. It has its enjoyable moments. It has its grandiose, awesome moments. But there are just so many tracks that, while they're fine when they're on, they probably just don't need to. Either they don't need to be here, or they don't need to be as long and sometimes as cobbled together as they are. Yeah, the final few tracks on this record, like Nectar of the Gods and Sweet Carolina and Cherry Blossom, I thought was pretty decent as well. But these tracks are just like, Nectar of the Gods really needed something else. Because, the acoustic guitar and the vocals and all that stuff is all there. Track starts up here, and my energy levels by the end are through the ground. I'm digging to China. My energy levels are so low by the end of this track. I'm digging to China. What a metaphor. It's alright. It's decent. It's passable. There's nothing on this thing that is horrifically bad or just unlistenable. The worst moments on this record are just hazy, pretty unimaginative, kind of just loops of song ideas that just get tiresome by the end. 6 out of 10. Yup. This is a Russian translation for these lyrics? That's crazy. Bye. 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 Gassy.
Like and subscribe. Turn this thing off again.